All right, guys, so here we go. We're going to get started here. I'm going to give you guys some value today. And really, the goal of this training here is to help give you a new mindset on how you approach sales going forward, guys. Okay, so I've learned a lot in my experience, not only coaching contractors through the Contractor Secrets podcast. And by the way, guys, if you are chatting, make sure you change your setting to everyone, not just hosts and panelists in Zoom. So there's a little setting there, and you can actually send a message to everyone. We can see your chats. So with that said, guys, without further ado, let's get started here. We are good to go. Eli, give me the thumbs up, man. Is my screen good here? Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. Eli, are we good to go here? I think we're good.
Y- Yeah, you're good, man.
Awesome, awesome. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about value-based selling, okay? This is a very important topic of mine because for me, there's nothing like not having a strategy when it comes to sales, right? That's like the worst feeling ever. Almost going into each estimate, kind of just like at a loss, right? I've been there. I felt the feeling of just like feeling like I have no control whether or not this customer hires me, which puts me in a very vulnerable position as a leader, right? I have guys that need work. I have promises that need to be kept. And value-based selling is a mindset shift, right? It's a different way to approach selling paint jobs simply because it gives you control, right? So if you understand these concepts today, I guarantee you're going to learn something. Now, as someone who has attended seminars, webinars, all sorts of things, I understand that there's two ways this is going to happen. Number one, I'm going to word vomit all over you, and you're going to be like, oh, that's exciting. And then you're going to forget what I said, right? How do we combat this? Number one, take notes. Okay. What I like to do is I like to take notes in my notepad, like quick notes on my phone, and then I paste it in ChatGPT, and it actually like increases the value of the notes, right? So if you're taking quick notes, just jot them down and then tell ChatGPT to format your notes throughout the day, and it does an amazing job. Okay, give it a little context of where you were and what you were doing. And obviously, the second thing is guys, I'm going to be putting all the recordings on the Contractor Secrets podcast. Okay, so we're not putting a gate to these recordings, so don't be alarmed if you're getting overwhelmed. Just we're going to have the recordings there for you, so just dive into the information. All right, so with that said, let's get into it, guys. So my name's Tanner, husband and father first. Of course, that's, family first, love family, founder of DripJobs, founder of Premium Painting, still own and operate Premium Painting in Ocala, Florida. We have 13 amazing employees there and host of the Contractor Secrets podcast. So today I'm going to go over with you really what I believe is going to be the difference maker for you in your business this year, right? So the success or failure of your business depends on how well you can answer these questions, guys. How well you can answer these questions. So let's go through those questions. Number one, why should I hire you, right? So this is the big question that your customers have when you approach them with your offer, right? Like, why should I hire you? Like, your job is to answer that question very, very well. And one of the things that I know in business is that a confused buyer always says no, right? So if you do a poor job of answering this question, generally speaking, you're not going to win the job. But when you do a great job of answering this question, you're going to win the job, right? So what we want to do is create clarity in the minds of our customers that we are the right choice for the project. Next, why should I hire you instead of, right? So this question would be really easy if we didn't have competition. But guess what? We have other people that are competing for the same money, right? The same type of jobs, right? So why should I hire you instead of is the second question you must answer as a business owner, right? And what I want you to see here, this is really interesting. I just did a random city. I don't even know what city this is, but it actually worked out to where every one of these companies you see here has a 4.8 rating. Really weird. But the reality is why would I hire one of these companies over the other, guys? And I want you to just based off of what you see here, guys, in the comments, tell me which company you would pick, right? God, I want to know what company are you guys picking, right? Go ahead. In the comments, let me know which one you're going to pick, right? Why would you look, Colorado Springs? There it is. Okay, cool. I think I was looking up stuff in the expo, guys. Don't forget the expo is in Colorado Springs this year, so make sure you jump in. But really, I mean, it's hard for you to answer that question, right? Like, this is what your customers are going through. Who do I pick? And really, if we had to pick, I guess we're kind of going with the company with the most reviews, right? So ultimately, the idea is, well, if everyone has the same rating and they're all in the same area, and ultimately, I don't know any of these companies beyond what I'm seeing in front of me, I must go with the highest amount of reviews, or I just call all three and let them battle to the death for my business, right? So, guys, this is what your customers are thinking. And I want you to understand is that if you want to win this game, you've got to start having empathy when it comes to what your customers experience when they are seeking your services. And then what you do is you then position yourself in a way that allows you to be the superior option because you are playing a different game. So again, look at this and understand this is exactly what your customers are seeing and they're having trouble picking. So with that said, the painting business is becoming saturated, guys. I've been in this business now for 8 years, going on 9, and it's dramatically changing. Obviously, we're sharing more information. There's webinars, there's online events, there's in-person events now, guys. You have Expo, PaintCon, a few others throughout the year, right? And not only is it becoming saturated, guys, I believe that 2025 is the year of the liquid gold rush. You have private equity coming into this industry like never before. And if you don't know what private equity is they look at high growth businesses and they invest, they buy them, they scale them, and they sell them, right? This happens very commonly in HVAC, but it's starting to happen more and more in the painting space. This is good for you if you want to get to a point where you sell your business. You now have more buyers than ever. But what you're also going to see is that more coaches are going to enter the space. You're going to see more marketing agencies enter the space, guys. Everyone's looking around like, wait a minute, people make a lot of money painting, right? And where the money goes, that's where the energy flows, guys. This is the year of the liquid gold rush. Now, I don't want you to be intimidated, okay? What I want you to do is listen to what I'm going to teach you today because this is a matter of strategy to help you compete with the big guys, okay? So, no longer is the competition chuck in a truck. This was a funny joke, like, I don't know, 4 years ago. It's like, oh, yeah, all you got to do is show up on time and deliver a proposal. Okay, well, that worked 4 years ago. Now everyone's showing up on time and everyone's delivering a nice proposal. Okay, so what that does is it creates more confusion for the customer. What was once an easy decision is now, man, like a tough decision because each one of the options is reputable. Each one of the options is capable. Okay, 1 second, guys. So with that said, just giving you guys some stats here. CertaPro's up to 350 locations, guys. There's only 50 states in the US. 170 locations for Fresh Coat, 260 locations for 360. Okay, so what you're seeing here, guys, and this is just an example of like the top three that I found, is that more and more franchises are going to enter into the space. Franchises have one thing that you don't, and that's systems pre-defined for them where they can just go out and just sell, right? You as a business owner, you don't have to pay that royalty, right? But ultimately, what happens is now you have the ability to implement those systems and the responsibility to obviously giving you the incentive or giving you the ability to run your business without paying that royalty, right? So you've got to build the systems. You've got to make your business feel like it's franchise level quality because not only are you competing against franchises, you're competing against companies that have dialed in their processes, right? And I'm going to tell you what these franchises are doing really well, what these big companies are doing really well. And while you're busy trying to get customers to buy your painting services, okay, the big guys are playing an entirely different game in 2025, and they're winning big because they're not selling painting, right? They're selling trust, right? They're getting their customers to buy trust. That's what they're selling, and they're doing it, and they're winning because they are playing in a playing field where trust is not a commodity, okay? Trust is a highly sought after uh, piece of value that I'm going to teach you how to create for your customers. Okay. So, in order to understand the game of trust, we must understand why trust in and of itself is a valuable thing in our industry. Okay. Now, here's the deal, guys. Every customer who has ever hired a contractor has had some or all of these questions before they made a hiring decision. Number one, are you going to steal my deposit? Okay. Number two, are you capable of doing a good job? Number three, are you going to burglarize my home? Okay, I had a customer the other day who wouldn't unlock her back lanai so we could clean it because she thought that we could pick the lock on the back door. I don't know where that came from, but it's an underlying fear that people have. Are you going to answer the phone when I need you? Are you going to make a mess? Are you going to drag the project out and create discomfort for me and my family? Are you going to finish the job on time? If you guys are getting something out of this, I'm going to take a quick 2 minute pause. I'm going to look at the chat, make sure I'm on the right path here because I'm going full speed. You guys, is this good stuff here, guys? If you like this, go ahead, drop an emoji for me. I like the emojis. Drop an emoji that you're following along. We have record numbers in Liftoff right now. And after I see a bunch of emojis, I'm going to keep going. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names, guys. Thank you guys for supporting me. Got Lacey, Marty, what's up? Luann, Michael, Cheyenne, Aaron, Kennedy, you're on my team. Good to have you here. Cody, what's up, guys? Love it. So I'm going to give you guys the strategy, guys, because what we're going to do is we're going to position our business in such a way that it exudes trust, because trust is what companies are fighting for. Okay, trust. Nick, what's up, brother? Jason Webb, I'm seeing flags from different countries. This is wild, guys. We live in such a crazy time. Aiden Smith, check him out tomorrow, guys. He's gonna bring it. Trust and adjust. I like it. All right, guys. So these are the questions. And if you know the questions, guys, then why are we fighting these questions? All right. Why are we getting offended? Right. We don't need to get offended. We just got to understand that this is the baseline. This is the game you signed up for, is that you are playing a game where, generally speaking, people don't trust you. So how do we win that game? Well, we just take it on the chin and we build our business in such a way that just exudes trust. And I'm gonna cover that with you today. Okay. So let's get into it. So trust is valuable, guys. I want you to get this. Okay. This is so important. If you screenshot one of my slides, make it this one. Trust is valuable because you're selling a service. A service is just as good as its last performance, right? Every job is different. Every scenario is different, which means none of the previous questions are guaranteed. It doesn't matter if you're CertaPro. It doesn't matter if you're premium painting. It doesn't matter if you are the biggest painting company, the best painting company. Nothing here is guaranteed. Okay, guys, we could be the best painting company. We could be a 5-0 company, and any of these things could happen. Obviously, we would do everything we can to stop it from happening, but people are people, and sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes people have errors in judgment, and obviously we're a service-based business, so everything is risky in a service-based business. We just have to make sure that we are operating at a high level, okay, at all times. So with that said, you're just as good as your last performance, right? You're a service-based business. So that means that trust is in fact very valuable because it's not guaranteed, okay? So that means trust is not guaranteed. That means that it can only be perceived. This is the good news for you as a business owner. Trust me. Perception is one of the greatest tools when it comes to selling a service. It's perceived trust. That means I believe I can trust you versus I can trust you, right? So in other words, we're selling a belief, guys. This is great news. Trust me. If you guys follow me on this, this will unlock a lot of the questions you have about sales in this industry. Okay, follow me, follow me. All right. So guys, I want you to tell me, what do you think about this logo here? When you see this logo, what are some emotions that you feel, right? When you see this logo, guys, be honest, help me out because people are reading your comments. So those of you that know right off the bat, like when you see this logo, Ben's like too expensive, I hate it, right? I pay, right? We got some emotions coming out, right? Ease, trust, overhyped, okay? So we have a lot of different feelings about a freaking logo. It's just an apple, right? But they did something with that apple. And I'm going to just say, if I had to say, that they've created trust. And obviously, everyone has different emotions about what this apple represents. I'm just going to stick with the actual value of what it is I'm getting with my money, right? And that's a pretty solid phone. So in other words, like over time, they've done such a good job. Now, maybe we might get some better answers on this one, guys. What do you think when you see this logo? Okay, maybe we'll see some better answers here. The Toyota logo, right? Solid, reliable, quality, amazing, right? I'm a Toyota guy. I don't think I'll ever drive anything other than a Toyota. I love Toyotas, right? I used to sell them. Fun fact. They took me to the training, right? I saw it all, right? So Toyota, amazing, right? So we got a lot better answers, right? And these are just logos, guys. These are just logos, but something happened for many years that created these feelings that you guys are exuding out right now. It's just a logo, right? If you ask someone from a different country, I mean, these are pretty well-known logos, but they might not have the same feelings because they didn't have the same experience with them. Trust has been built by these brands through so many years of delivering consistent results that the brand is trusted without hesitation, right? Trust is guaranteed in this case because, again, this is many years of building a relationship with people and fulfilling promises, okay? And I want to get you to that point in your local market. So this is an amazing quote, okay? Can't even lie. It came from AI. I said, give me a quote that encapsulates what I'm trying to say here. Trust is a gift that must be earned, nurtured, and protected in business. It's the invisible currency that builds lasting relationships and drives success. I love that. Invisible currency, guys. And man, it's just so good. Wait till you guys see what I have for you in this slide. So you guys, I'm going to bring all this together. Don't worry. I'm just setting the stage for it. So when it comes to home service, the real question is, what makes up the belief that someone can trust you who has no clue who you are up until the point they need your service? Guys, you are not Apple, right? You are not that recognizable when it comes to a brand. In other words, most people who need you, okay, only know you during that time they need you, right? Sorry, most people know you only know you during that time that they need you, right? So how do we build trust, right? We talked about Apple, we talked about Toyota. This is years of trust being built. Guys, we're asking people to spend thousands of dollars within a week of getting to know us. Guys, this is the difference maker. This is what you focus on, right? We have a hyper focused amount of time to build trust with someone when they need our service. Guys, painting is a need, guys. This isn't something that people just do. Generally speaking, they need it more than they want it. Now, obviously, we can go back and forth, but the reality of the situation is it's a quick Google search or it's a Facebook ad or it's something quick, and we have to build that relationship and build trust within a short amount of time. And this is how you separate yourself from your competition. Okay. So we're going to call this the invisible currency, guys. Are you following along with me, guys? Because here's the deal. I got about 20 some more minutes. Okay. I need to know if this is valuable, guys. We're going to go through pretty quick now. All right. So I set the stage. I'm going to give you guys some serious value. You're going to see some things in the next few slides that are going to change your mindset on how you are operating your business. And what it's going to do is it's going to put your butt in gear, okay, about some of the things that you got going on. So you're probably going to look at some of this stuff as I would and say, dude, I'm not doing well. Like I'm dropping the ball. Good. This is what I wanted to create right now. This is what I wanted you to feel as a business owner so you can compete with the big dogs, right? 2025 is the gold rush, guys, the liquid gold rush, okay? So let's get into it. So this is the invisible currency, guys. Every interaction your customer has with your business is either a deposit in the trust bank or it's a withdrawal. Okay. And this is the invisible currency. I want you to follow this analogy. It's going to help you see things very clearly. So let's talk about this, guys. It's going to be hard to swallow some of this. So follow me here. Okay. So first things first, let's talk about the first example on the left, right? So when your customer's doing that search, I want you to think, is that listing I have on Google a deposit in the trust bank or is it a withdrawal? Okay, and this is no disrespect to this company here because there's hundreds of them, but this company has just nothing on that page that deposits into my trust bank. Not a review, it's just a picture of a wall. I mean, it looks like a scam, right? And I want you to start thinking in the perspective of your customers as they're searching because they don't know you. And you have to build trust. And you need to leverage the areas that they're visiting to build trust as quickly as possible. Now look at my guy Juan with Zarazua Painting. 553 Google reviews, tried and true. He's got the logo as the first image. He's got the GPS location. He's got an optimized page that for someone who has no clue who this guy is or who this company is, immediately deposit in my trust bank. Okay. He's still got work to do, but that's a deposit. So I want you to audit what you got going on right now on Google. Are you withdrawing from that trust bank when someone who doesn't know you is looking for your services? or are you depositing, right? And I want you to look at this example. So I put $100 for each. I'm going to say that that's a negative 100, right? And if we're looking at how much we're depositing, I would say that whatever company deposits the most into the customer's trust bank wins the job every time. Okay, wins the job every time. Check this one out, guys. So this was a Facebook ad that I saw somewhere on the left. This pretty rough. I wouldn't say that this is depositing into my trust bank, right? So some of you guys are just shotgunning ads out there. Like, I mean, building them on Canva yourself and shooting them out. And, although maybe that's good, you're not depositing into the trust bank. What you're doing is you're positioning your company as a commodity. Now, if you don't know what a commodity is, I want you to think about a hammer. A hammer, if I have a hammer for $5 at Walmart and $4 at Ace Hardware, the only thing stopping me from buying the one at Ace Hardware is if I'm in Walmart. But if I'm looking, I'm going to go, well, it's the same hammer. It drives the same nail and the same wood. I'm just going to go to Ace Hardware. It's cheaper. I can't decipher the difference, right? So when you create ads and you create social media posts that do not exude trust, right? You're just positioning yourself as a commodity. But check out what I got going on here. I want to shout out Lucas with Forward Media Marketing, good friend of mine, really helps curate the best ads for us. And what I want you to see here is that picture of my wife and I, right? Guess what? Family owned business. Am I depositing or am I withdrawing? Okay, guys, am I depositing in the trust bank or am I withdrawing? Guys, that's my highest performing ad. It's just a picture of me and my wife at a restaurant that I didn't even know would be an ad, and we're just smiling, right? And then we took it up a step and we did a video. I got a videographer to come and I'm jumping in front of the camera. You can look at the Facebook ads library if you guys want. Go to the Facebook ads library, look up premium painting, see what we're running, right? The goal of every ad is to build trust. Do I look like an idiot out there, jumping in front of a camera and making a fool of myself? Sure. But the idea here is that I don't care, number one. And number two, if the name of the game is trust, I want them to know my personality. I want to showcase a little energy. I want to show my team. I want to tell the story before they even meet me, right? That puts me in the lead, right? And if you do this consistently over time, you're no longer going to be selling to strangers, guys. You're going to be selling to friends. Okay, guys, you follow me on this? You guys like this so far? Drop an emoji in the chat. Okay, so we got some awesome comments, guys. I want to know who's here. Man, we got almost 320 live right now in the morning, guys. We got Mike Gore Hickman coming up next. So can't wait to see what he's got coming for us, guys. I'm going to wrap this up here soon, and then we'll have a little time for Q&A. All right, so let's talk about it, guys. Audit your customer's journey when it comes to what customers experience, guys. Very, very important. So we have a withdrawal here, guys. Believe it or not, this is a website. And again, if the owner of this business is here, please reach out to me. I would love to help you because I don't think you know how bad this website's hurting you. I don't think you understand that like the expectations have changed. It's almost like going into an abandoned house, right? It's kind of like scary, right? Your website should be like a showroom, right? So imagine a customer walking in a showroom and that showroom's dingy and beat up. The AC's making a weird noise. There's an old lady behind the desk who's just angry. But then look at Ellison Painting. Look at that showroom, right? It has a button. It has colors. It was professionally done. This was an investment that was made by Ellison and his team, right? And he knew that if he had a dingy website or no website at all, it would withdraw from his customer's trust bank. So this is no longer just like one of those things that we just do. This is either you do it and compete or you don't and you lose without even getting to meet a customer. That's the crazy part. I can make assumptions without meeting you. So if you don't position your things in such a way that exudes trust enough for me to click a button, dude, you're out of the game. You guys have no clue how much business you're losing. And that could simply be by someone going to your clunky website, clicking around and saying, you know what, if this is an indication of what I'm going to receive when they come to my house, I'm not even going to call. Okay, because there's websites that look like this. Your easy button for painting. Guys, I hate to admit it, but some of you guys are on your way to failure in 2025 unless you make some serious changes and you get with the times. Okay, we have a lot of resources that are going to be speaking that do websites and do marketing. You're not alone, but you have to be okay with spending the money, guys. It's just the name of the game. Deposit, guys. Some of you guys use drip jobs, guys. Don't forget 3 months of drip jobs. But here's the deal. Drip jobs. We have a beautiful form that they fill out, gets us all the information we need for a sound buying experience online, right? Getting that customer's information, getting that address, getting the details of the project. That's a deposit, right? That's a customer experience in that saying, man, this has everything, right? This is a dialed in company because this is foreshadowing what I can experience. Deposit in the trust bank. I went to a website, clicked their booking form, and I got this connection is not private. Okay. Obviously, I'm leaving as fast as I can. This is an extreme example, but the reality is some of you guys aren't even auditing your own websites. Some of you guys think websites don't matter. Well, guess what, guys? They very much do. And the reality of the situation is if you knew how many people went to your website and left, you would probably immediately find someone to redo your website. Okay. Very, very important. All right, how about what's the phone situation looking like? Okay. I mean, this is a major issue in our industry, guys. First of all, if you guys are at estimates and you find yourself like hanging up the phone when a call comes through because you can't answer it, you're just like giving away money, right? Sometimes we don't need to outsource our marketing. Sometimes we just need to just capitalize on what comes in naturally and not hang up on people because they have options. Some of you think of an admin as a cost. Dude, an admin will pay for itself hand over fist just by being someone on the phone that can build a relationship, right? Deposit or withdrawal. If I call your business right now, is someone going to answer without you having to step away from this training, right? And miss out on something that could change your business and trajectory? This is a major issue, right? So are you depositing when someone calls or are you withdrawing? Because guess what? If I call a business and they don't answer, guys, tell me if you call a business and you need a service and they don't answer, tell me what you do. Can someone tell me what you do? I mean, for me, I leave, okay? I'm out, right? So next. Thank you, Kate. Next. I'm out. Gone. See ya. I got 50 options here, okay? So let's position our business in a way to deposit in the trust account, okay? Great systems allow us to fill in the gaps, okay? This is through Open Phone. Guys, check out Open Phone. If we miss a call, which happens, guess when it happens? Over the weekend, right? At night, right? We have a link that gets sent out, takes them through DripJobs, lets them fill out the form, and then, of course, takes them through the customer's journey. Sometimes great systems allow us to fill in the gaps of what we're physically able to do, even if we don't have the resources. So you might not have the money for an admin, but do you have 36 bucks a month for Open Phone? Do you have do you have that? I mean, I hope so. And if you do, miss the call, go for it. People don't mind as long as you have something in place, okay? Here's the deal, right? Is this what your customers are asking you? Like, I know this is happening. Are we depositing information, right? So when we book an appointment, DripJobs users, right? Hi, your appointment with Premium Painting has been scheduled. And then they get the date, the time, the location, right? And then look at that. We get a reminder. Do you think Ruth Ann enjoyed getting that message? Of course you did. Thanks. See you tomorrow. I guarantee you not one competitor had a reminder set up, a reminder system set up, right? In my area. I guarantee it, right? So trust, deposit, boom, invisible currency, another $100 deposited into that trust account. Or is your business operating like this? Do you have customers that are asking you, are you coming today or tomorrow? What kind of experience is that? And then you're going to slap them with a $5,000, quote. I mean, come on, guys. We are selling a very high-end service here. You need to put the systems in place so you can compete, or you're just going to get steamrolled, right? Because people want to deal with what's on the left. I don't know if that's on the left or the right of your screen. They don't want to deal with Tom. Okay, that's the reality. But are people asking you this? Like, when are you coming? This is like, guys, Bush League here. We can't have this in 2025 if you want to win. Okay. What else are we doing? You guys know this. We're sending out that story. We're sending out drip messages. This is what DripJobs does, is it sends automated communication based on where the customer is in the buyer's journey. Guys, I sell DripJobs because people really need it. And I really hope if you don't have a system in place, you take us up on the 3-month offer. Go to dripjobs.com, lift 2025 is the promo code. Eli will link it. Guys, automation. You just automate it. And this is communication that's going to deposit into your customer's trust account. Hey, Amelia, it's Tanner, founder of Premium Painting. I started my business when I was a kid. My dad would wake me up in the morning. I mean, people buy into a story, guys. Play into that, right? This is the game you're playing now, right? We don't need to race to the bottom. We just need to race to the top when it comes to depositing. Who's pulling up to the estimate in the rusty beater here? Okay. I know that in my experience, I used to have something similar, not as bad, but it was looking rough. I can tell you when we wrapped our estimate vehicle, game changer. The perception matters. Look at my buddy Russ to the right, man. He's looking good coming out of that car, dude. Like deposit, right? Like that's 100 right there, right? Like guys, get to this level, right? I don't want to wrap my car. Well, how much is it costing you not to wrap the vehicle? We don't know. And you just need to understand either you make the investment and take the risk for what's called the invisible currency to generate physical currency, or you just keep playing your own little game and people like Mr. Peach here are going to steamroll you, right? Every franchise, guys, that's in your area has a wrapped sales vehicle. Am I right or wrong, guys? You follow me here? Is this good? Are you guys getting this? Right? You guys getting this stuff, man? Glad to have you guys here, man. We're at record numbers on Liftoff. Thank you for joining, guys. We got an amazing lineup coming up today. All right, what else, guys? When I was looking up beat up car, AI told me that most commonly a potential sign of suspicious activity or someone who might be causing trouble in your neighborhood. Okay. I just threw this in there because I thought it was funny. All right, so setting expectations, guys. So are we depositing into our customer's trust account or are we withdrawing when it comes to setting expectations of what the project looks like, guys? We built this in DripJobs, exterior preparation and scope of work, initial assessment, pressure washing, surface repairs, scraping and sanding. Do you make your customers think about all this stuff? Dude, you know how many people say, "Oh, are you going to pressure wash?" Like, yeah, we are, but that's not a given, right? Some companies don't. Why give them anxiety? Just outline everything that you know that they are worried about in your proposal and never deal with it again. Deposit, make it easy, right? What am I paying for? Right? I mean, guys, like production rate estimating in our business is awesome because you can show people exactly what they're paying for. People, especially educated buyers like myself, I want to know where you came up with the price. When I go to an auto body shop and they charge $1,000, they don't just give me this, okay? They give me this, right? This is the new standard, guys. Production rate estimating. You get 3 months of it for free using DripJobs promo code LIFT 2025. But check this out, guys. Is this what we're sending the clients? Like, it might work, it's good, but do you want to be good or do you want to be great, right? Like, do you want, like, if this is what you're sending, right, you're going to get exactly what you're putting out. And that's just random results and confused buyers, right? You're not competing with this, right? It's just not happening, right? So, again, this is a withdrawal, this is a deposit, okay? So, big question here, guys, and this is so important. This is about integrity now. Do you stop depositing into the trust bank after the sale, right? Do you take the money and run, right? And some of you do this unconsciously, right? You don't really know you're doing it. But once you get that sale, your energy goes down. You stop pursuing your customer to the same intensity that you did when you were vying for the project, okay? So here's some project related questions that your customers have. When is the start date? How do I choose colors? How do I submit colors? What are the next steps? What do I need to have ready? If you have to reschedule, will I be informed? Do I need to watch the crew while they're working? These are questions that your customers have. And let me ask you, are you forcing them to think through this, right? Tom the painter's back. Hey, I paid my deposit the other day. Did you get it? What's next? Oh my God. If someone send you this text message, first of all, it's extremely disrespectful in my opinion, to be honest. I think when someone pays a deposit, man, it's almost like they gave you their vote of confidence and you don't respond to them, you don't give them anything after that, they have to remind you, did you get it? Come on, right? We'll text you later, busy, right? Tom's crazy. We automate it in DripJobs. We say thank you. We see the great news. You can view your proposal. We're grateful. We just automate it, right? It's better than nothing, but this is the expectation of the 2025 buyer, guys. Tom the painter again. When is my project going to start? And he says, don't know yet, right? Don't know yet. Well, Ray, with premium painting, he's getting notified that his project's going to start on 12/20. He's getting updated, right? This is continuous deposits into the trust account beyond the sale, guys, beyond the sale. Very important here. This is what business is going to require in 2025 because, guys, we're not playing the chuck in the truck game anymore. Okay. This is big business you're dealing with. All right. Especially if you want high-end customers. How are we pulling up to the job, guys? Davis Painting. Check them out. They're amazing. The branding's awesome. Okay. He's a brand superstar. He brands everything. He brands his cornhole boards. Trust account when the guys pull up to the job. Trust, boop, trust, boop. Withdraw. What's the vans looking like, right? Hey, you got to do what you got to do, but at some point, what you got to do is you got to take the money you're making and invest it into your business. I mean, come on. That's a withdrawal, right? You pull up to my house with a scary looking van. That's kind of a withdrawal to me, right? When the guys get to the job, is it a deposit or is it a withdrawal? Are they looking at the customer like, what do I do? Like, I don't know if that's included, right? Like, what kind of experience are you guys getting, right? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, yeah, it was required in 2021, Mike. What's the experience like? Think about that, right? Or is it a smooth process? The customer, I got it. We've got it from here. You don't need to be our project manager today. Like we've got it. We've got a work order. Is this what's included? We have a process in place. You're depositing more and more into that trust account beyond what was expected of you. Okay. And in this case, we automate work orders, guys. So we have automation set up from DripJobs and it sends the work order to our team. And that customer can actually, or that team member can see the work order the night before, view it. And of course, they see what we need to do. Now, what about checking in with customers? This is another automation in DripJobs. Hi, George, just checking in. How's everything going so far? Are you happy with our progress? So this is an automated text message that goes out to this customer one day after we start their job, and he responds, so far, so good. Do they always respond that? No. Sometimes we have to put out fires, but the reality is don't run a business where the salesperson sells and runs, right? He sells the job, never the salesperson of the office just never touches base with the customer until they say, hey, your payment's due. That's not good business. That's just selfish business, right? So we put systems in place to pursue our customers beyond the initial sale. Okay. And what systems do you have in place for project management? We have a really cool checklist we built with JotForm. Has a manager or supervisor provided you with blue tape to mark any touch-ups prior to the final walk around? This is just me knowing how customers feel at the end of a job. Like no one wants to be that customer. And when you get that customer, you're just like, you guys know how it is. Put systems in place, spend time understanding like what you can do to create the best experience. Trust and integrity are the cornerstones of business. Being integral means aligning what you say, how you act, and what you do because true success is built on consistency, authenticity, and unwavering principles. So when you truly care about the experience your customers have, when you hold your customers' trust in the highest possible regard, you can position yourself and your business as a clear choice regardless of who you are competing against and what their price is, and create lasting impressions that create a long-standing, impeccable brand. Become an outlier. And soon, it won't be just you telling your story. It'll be your customers. And I'm just read this one to you guys. I'm closing out right now. Mike's up next. We hired Premium Painting to paint the exterior of our home. We were very happy with the selection. Their great pricing coupled with high quality workmanship were a great combination for a successful job. Communications and scheduling were organized, and all of their folks, from the initial exterior cleaning to the color consultation, and especially their top-notch paint crew, ensured we were very happy with the completed project, guys. That's what I call full circle. Are you creating a full circle experience? Thank you, guys. What'd you guys think of that? Did that hit the nail on the head?